I'll print. I'll be here if you
You approach your double. A faint line of drool darkens the sheet. Staring at the frail shape in bed, or Dante's words echo in your mind. As you consider the vacant face of your inanimate double, your thoughts turn towards the mysterious imprinting device, its weight suddenly all too palpable. Some things are better left untouched. You return to the workbench. This now is a gunsmith's workshop, just waiting. The perfect place for your first attempt at Your reason for being here is simple. Loot. If only it were as trivial as that. Your dexterity may be severely tested. The instrument of death calls out from the future. If only you knew how. You'll need to find schematics for a gun somewhere before you can realize the potential of this place. There's not much you can do to repair a single train.
With pleasure. All right. Tell me what's on your mind. Why are you asking me? You went in there, didn't you? It's right across. I know I wouldn't. I was asked to keep an eye on it.
The Azuri smelled something was off about it then.
I'm glad you do, and I appreciate it. I'll be seeing you.
Marcia? Ah, so you gave her the gift, did you?
Did the kids like it?
Yes, tell me, did they like it? No play at all? Or, well, hardly a game. I knew she wouldn't accept a gift from a client, so I had to improvise. Harmless, if you think about it.
A trained operant, played like a child's instrument by a depraved old man. Technically harmless, weapons-grade creepy.
What threat? I've hardly moved from this chair in weeks.
Pigeon, that stuff you said, her being your friend, confiding in you. You said you weren't gonna do that stuff no more.
Ah, fuck off back to your manatees and leave me alone. Still closer than you'll ever get.
Deathly quiet. Loud Zhao hardly even breathes. The smile has gone from his features.
Please, I spent 3/4 of my life messing around with telecoms 3 generations more primitive than what the Renatel network uses.
No sense of direction, so he learned to read his instruments well.
These idiots could have done it too if they put half as much energy into it as they do into masturbating. What? Can't a man try and do something nice for a woman? Is that still legal here?
For a moment, he holds your gaze.
You can't live off 4 and 6 forever. Might be enough for these animals, but I'm a man.
There is no end game. There is only a pulse, a drive towards something unattainable.
I'm dying anyway. Who gives a fuck? And I knew her kids were like the present. That was no game. No, it really isn't. After all that high and mighty stuff, you're still wondering about an old man's sexual proclivity. Guess it's only fair. You did me a favor after all. You asked, Marcia?
Until next time.
Ahead, the electric hum and rhythmic clatter of an aerotram station. You alight the next aerotram to the city's outskirts, to a place long abandoned. The remains of a community that was traded for a single shot at the sky. In the distance, Portafero's old rocket silo bores into the soil, a void outlined in concrete. It looks like what it is, a heap of rusted metal and overgrown weeds. Something tells you it won't get much better inside. This silo is also where you'll find the mysterious Miho, according to the facts you received. Your footsteps crunch along the dirt and gravel.
For the copper? If so, you're late.
Skin burnt pinkish, hardened to elephant hide by exposure to the city elements. Strong and unhealthy, a life form that would refuse to die if you crushed her.
All the copper has been claimed. Yes, yes, all of it. Yes.
A giddy smile creeps into her face, like she's outsmarted you.
You can't have copper, but if you want, you can help me. I can pay you. Yes, I can pay you well.
Suddenly, she reaches into the pockets of her shorts.
False money. Here. Have some, have some. Take it, take it. I can see you like it.
Your hands involuntarily close upon the mass of hard, crumpled paper. The scent of 100,000 grubby hands and the insides of cash registers. There is nothing false about that money.
Yes, yes. False money. Keep it, keep it. I have more.
She pulls out further fistfuls to demonstrate. A few bills roll away, but she doesn't. This is more money than you've seen since you arrived in Portaferro. The role's subject dissonance is too much. Your brain is incapable of processing it.
Subcomandante Bagman has already shown us that money is worthless. But if you like it, we can trade. Yes, copper for money. But I keep all the copper. I used to buy into the reality trap. Houses, yes, kids, family, food, all a trap. Spend false time working to make false money. A bad joke. Subcomandante Bagman made me realize this. Real estate. Buy house, sell house, add money, remove money. Hilarious when you think about it. Yes, I was winning at the game of life. Bad game. Prize for winning more of the same. Yes.
Humor. Sub-Zero.
Yes. Two of them and a husband. And I thought I loved them more than life. But then realized there is no life. Need to focus on breaking out of reality.
Somewhere in the streets of Keysok, a well-to-do teenager grips his little sister by the hand and scrutinizes the face of every beggar, every outcast squatting by a canal or hobbling through the alleys, wondering if, maybe...
The younger one, 5 years. The older one was an illusion. Aha, Juan was his name.
This is what remains after you have ripped out all attachments by the rue.
And
An involuntary twitch takes over one eye. A short circuit. A glitch.
but then again, she never was. Aha, never. Nor was I. No. No sacrifice. They don't exist, so nothing to sacrifice. I don't. You. I doubt you exist. But who am I to say?
There's nothing to contemplate here. Just the ramblings of a mad woman.
No, no, I am still inside the Have you ever noticed the thing about time? Aha, no time. She says she doesn't have time. We're in false time. False time, you have as much as you want. The Revelator, the Brown Phantom, host of the reality situation. Watch him. Then you'll see. Then you'll learn.
She laps from the same pool as Malin's father, who got himself kidnapped after hearing about the phone that makes people disappear on this same show. Miss Bagman is the fibre of the web connecting all paranoia in Portaferro.
The reality situation plays every single afternoon. You should watch him, at least once. Hopefully you understand. Many watch him, very few understand him. Subcomandante Bagman has... Sounds like a government program.
The People's Spy is a government program.
Thought something like that. Not afraid of you. Why?
Something flares in her eyes. The same sheen of keen paranoia, brightened threefold.
You are thinking of going in there? Down there? Aha. Why? Very few go down there. You are still from curiosity.
Insane, but not a fool. She intuits some other purpose.
know what is down there, don't you? Dolphin human hybrids. A tortured species originally bred for deep space exploration, abandoned as inviable. Oh, yes. Yes, do that.
She really wants you to explore the silo for her.
Yes, remember. You bring me copper.
An old billboard, half collapsed into the dirt. A faded illustration dominates the frame. In one corner, a jumble of text and diagrams cling stubbornly. Amid graffiti and peeled paper, two figures point at a space rocket climbing towards the sun. The scene is awash in still vivid red and yellow. Down below, glass towers lean over cobblestone streets and emerald parks, where hibiscus, plumeria, and jacarandas bloom in impossible abundance. Every path bends towards a luminous dome, glowing like a promise. A vision of a future stillborn. A message to Portaferans, attributed to Sweet Nestor himself. It begins with a proclamation. Behold, here stands the future of Portafero. A desolate expanse of half-built concrete shells and narrow streets wind into nowhere. Here grow the seeds of our collective glory. Soon our peat tract will bloom and Portaferans shall grasp the firmament together. See not foundations but the dawn of triumph. See not construction but a long overdue historical correction. Prosperity and autonomy beckon. Children not yet born are already grateful. The developed world will gawp at our triumph. Mourn not the past, for what awaits is our destiny. Nestorismo to the stars. Next to the old ruler's words, a graffiti reads Traidorismo. Another reads Boca de Mierda. After the rocket exploded live on the world's television screens, Sweet Nestor made bold televised speeches blaming foreign hands. By the time he boarded the helicopter that would ferry him to exile, he'd accused at least half the developed world of engineering the disaster. If the story were that simple, Houseman would have no interest in it. The date reads Deuteros 75. Six months later, the clearing of the Petol tract began. Over 20,000 residents were displaced, never to be relocated. Amid the half-eroded paragraph, the words destiny and historical correction endure, as if untouched by time. Portafero would have become one of the big boys of the developed world. Inevitably, it is reflected in the grandeur of his space program. At present, such grandeur belongs to but 3 nations, Capablanco and Son, and the Kingdom of La Plage, the sole members of the post-orbital club. High status, high funds.
first to reach orbit, with the Cosmo Future Initiative's inaugural launch in 51. Capablanco followed in 54. By then, the superblock had close-up photographs of the lunar surface. On the billboard, the rocket is forever committed to the horizon. Nothing has exploded yet. Nothing has failed. The bushes sway in the breeze, all around you. Metal shudders and groans beneath your feet, reverberating downwards. Red lights fade into nothing. Hundreds of steps, winding, disappearing into pure darkness. Has the null entity lured you into an obvious trap? Remember what the Miho fact said. Go all the way down. Dark space, unbounded, makes the mind race uncontrollably. You look at the metal between your feet, a square grid,
that cannot contain the emptiness that surrounds you.
Now that's a stride. That's a grand stride. Right there. Up. Oh, hey, bud. Now, how'd a friendly face like yours end up here? Working on myself, but I'm all about done for now. That means the stairs are all yours, bud. Down and down they go. Greatest stairs I ever saw. You ought to give them a try. You know, it's nice to have company. Good chinwag helps stimulate metabolic ignition. Afraid I can't help you, bud. I usually run down and come right back up. But I'd assume it's one of those doors further down. Beautiful place, isn't it? I come here regularly. This here's the perfect spot to run mitochondrial apoptosis drills. Nicely observed, bud. See, concrete's great for radial gut flow optimization. Plus, all the empty space helps with glucose reverberation. No better way to torch all that nasty glycogen. I am practicing full-spectrum autophagic cardio incineration. Pump up the heart rate until weak organelles and grief proteins burn right up. Full somatic reset just by running. Okay, that's how you make the voices go quiet. Get rid of those, and the fourth aperture opens wide. Makes you appreciate beauty all over again.
Hardly anything he said makes medical sense. It barely makes linguistic sense.
Healthier than healthier, my friend. I'm post-healthy, if anything. Obliterating myself with regularity. As the saying goes, pain is just the body flushing out stories it shouldn't have been told.
Pain is a nociceptive signal, a response triggered by actual or perceived tissue damage.
That's from the tough cycle full system flush. Sweat, cry, piss, shake, ascend. No wonder you're hoarding emotions in at least 6 zones.
6 zones. Are you dying? You might be dying.
I'm a bit worried about you, bud. You remind me of the old me back when I was working. And that's no way to live. No way to live at all. Miho? I knew a Miho once. Big-time negotiator from West Codia. Put away brandy like a man. Unlikely, I'd say. She dropped dead at 60. Heart attack. On account of the brandy. Yes it is. I was an interzonal man right up until 81. Consultant class, 2 decades in foreign hotels and meeting rooms, harmonizing standards for partners, getting Portofino ready for the big leagues, you see. Joining the developed world at long last. Decades of work. Sweet Nestor set it all in motion. One could say it's still in progress, but I had a small part to play. And it felt like it. 16-hour audits, maybe 4 hours sleep. Choking down sardines and brandy between meetings. Oh, and all the pills, too. Well, that all ended when I first heard Rim Tuff speaking.
Fringe health theorist, frowned upon by most medical bodies in the People's Republics and the developed world. Owns dozens of wellness centers across Soon's Ark and millions of followers.
An athlete, author, visionary, found one of his discs in my hotel room. Figured it was junk, something to fill the silence. That's when I heard. I kept listening, and that's when it happened. I smiled. Middle of a lunge, legs shaking, sweat pouring down. Half a mini bar bottle still in hand, just smiling. Next morning, I called the boss, told him I was done. It sure was. Funny thing is, it didn't feel new or anything. Slumped thoracic spine, for one. That's grief pooling in the vertebrae. You're a bit pale, too. Capillaries holding on to despair. But the biggest problem's obvious. It's your lungs. You're dealing with a lot of anticipatory shame, aren't you? That stuff pools up in the alveoli.
If only. There's plenty of past shame too.
Situation's worse than I feared then. I hope you don't take umbrage at my words, bud. I remember the days when bad thoughts slipped in right through.
Does this fool doubt the resilience of the people's respiratory tract? That's how we make sense of the world. There's no need to fall for it.
I understand. I spent many years in the throes of denial myself.
So he insults your psyche as well.
I'm glad to hear it. Of course, if you have any doubt, we could put those to rest with a little sprint around the loop. The top floor, when you come in, that's the loop. No gadgets, no props, nothing but raw athletics. You tell me when you're ready to run.
Warning, you are going to die. You are going to die, you are going to die, you are going to die, you are going to die. Running requires motivation. You are wired to find motivation in fear and/or anger. Pre-check complete. Begin adrenaline release.
Ready, steady, go!
Warning, vertical drop approaching. Propulsion lacking. You are actually going to die. By the stairs, the older man watches intently as the gap in the floor nears. Warning, drop approaching. Preferable alternative, giving up, followed by shame. Survival instincts override confirmed. Goodbye.
Now that's a scrub. Oh, hey, Buck. Down and... You know, it's nice and beautiful. I am practicing. Okay.
Hardly anything he said makes medical sense. It barely makes linguistic sense.
Healthier than healthier, my pain is...
Pain is a nociceptive signal, a response triggered by
That's from the...
6 zone.
I'm a bit worried about you, bud. I was an interzonal man right up until 81. Joined... Oh, I noted.
Fringe health theorist, frowned upon.
An athlete. I kept listening, and that's when it happened. It sure was. Funny thing is, it didn't feel new or anything. Afraid I can't help you, bud. I usually run down and come right back up, but I'd assume it's one of those slumped. But the biggest
If only. There's plenty of past shame too.
situation. I hope you don't...
Does this fool doubt there is... That's how he makes sense of the world.
I understand.
So he insults your...
I'm glad. The top floor, when you come in. That's the loop. Miho? I knew a Miho once. Big time to go. You're calling me surprised? Yes, yes it is. Keep you moving.
Whatever light that slipped in from above has nearly drained away. You're entering the abyssal zone now, and your thoughts darken accordingly. In a windowless room far below, a thing crawls out of its tank. Slick grey skin over limbs too long, webbed hands, and on its back, a blowhole. A being with the strength of a bodybuilder combined with the echolocative powers of a cetacean. They do too. They've been terribly lonely down here. Rumor has it they were bred for space. The mind of a human with the insulating blubber and extended lung capacity of a dolphin. Focus, operant. You're here for the records about Project Autonomia. Get in. There's also the matter of who, or whatever this Miho is. The air grows cooler and mustier with each level you descend. There are many, many levels still to go. You stand before an archival shelf. This one is labeled G. Its metal bays overflow with sagging dossiers, loose memos, and soft-buckled binders. Your fingers skip across the brittle tabs. You comb through dozens of documents. It is slow, your index finger instinctively alights on a thick maroon folder. On its cover, a seal dulled to black, and a title, Project. Concentric circles, with words curving around the edges. Post-mission report, 77. Old wax flakes under your finger. Hundreds of heavily redacted sheets, an executive summary, various logs, telemetry, personnel files. A brief survey of the document aligns with what you know. In 77, Portofino attempts to launch a manned weather satellite into orbit. However, within minutes. Redacted, T+763, redacted. Vehicle. The post-flight review suggests critical engineering faults led to the unscheduled dissolution of the spacecraft. No other details. For a moment, you're back in that classroom, staring at a great plume of smoke on a small screen, rising and rising, until the feed abruptly cuts out. The entire crew is marked lost. Their names and positions are included on the next page. 1. Commander Esteban Roque, Flight Operations. 2. Lieutenant Ilya Markov, Payload Oversight. 3. Lieutenant Naira Cilia, Comms and... One of these things is not like the others. Dr. Straniak's responsibilities are listed as maintaining crew morale, ongoing performance management, and evaluating cognitive stress. Horrifically vague, yet ominous. Here's a thread to pull at. In the weeks before launch, he conducted multiple psychological evaluations of his fellow crew members, which are included here. The assessments are grouped and associated with each member of the crew. Commander Roque's self-worth tied to performance. Lieutenant Cilia exhibits maternal anxiety pattern and clings to her position as caregiver. While Dr. Straniak has concerns about Markov's dissociative tendencies, he suspects the trait may ultimately be beneficial. According to the remarks, enter in sustained, prolonged host-reception state during which minimal autobiographical bleed-through is preferable. This isn't any psychology you recognize. It's all esoteric neuroscience and qualia. The doctor circled his last name twice and wrote below it, Brenzen Zindelusionen, alles sich zurück. You're not sure, you just know it's familiar. At the bottom of the page, a note. Additional notes may be found in Appendix D, AZK-11/05-J. Launch sequence begin. T-10 seconds pre-ignition. Systems nominal. T+0 seconds ignition. T+85 seconds max Q passed. Telemetry is steady. T+150 seconds main engine cut off. T+155 seconds stage separation confirmed. T+160 seconds second stage ignition. A jagged cathedral, wreathed in smoke and flames, quivering against a bruise. Eyes meet across the cabin, the same terror and wonder reflected as metal screams around them. T plus 243 seconds. Readings remain optimal as the vehicle ascends. T plus 260 seconds. Redacted. T plus 271 seconds. Redacted. Orbital velocity is typically achieved at the 8-minute mark. They weren't even close. T plus 292 seconds. Reception lost. End. Discrepancy. What of the timestamp from earlier? It was nested among redactions. But not you. You flip back to the executive summary. There, buried among redacted, T plus 763, redacted, redacted. Vehicle, redacted, redacted, redacted. Crew, redacted, redacted, loss. Redacted, 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 critical, redacted. A difference of almost 9 minutes. Tucked in another page's corner, among unlabeled indices and hundreds of references, a table of timestamps. Plus 848 seconds. Redacted, redacted, redacted. Plus 1,987 seconds. Redacted, 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 redacted. Plus 1 day, 1 hour, 12 minutes and 34 seconds. Redacted, redacted, redacted. And at the bottom of that list, plus 12 days, 21 hours, 53 minutes and 33 seconds. And so you do. The nicotine rush is pristine. By the final timestamp, a footnote pointing to a document. See SUP housekeeping and transmission storage. HKT-04/17-E. It must be here somewhere. You go over what feels like every folder on the shelf. Nothing matches the reference ID. The other shelves around you seem to lean in, as if expectant. You let the old shelf be. You face shelf G once more. You let the old shelf... You approach 2 large archival shelving units labeled B and C. According to these labels, shelving unit B consists of additional appendices, while shelving unit C is devoted to housekeeping and... Here you go. This is where the old spies reference ID pointed you. The exposed side of shelving unit C is nearly empty. Just a few emaciated folders and spiral-bound reports. If what you're looking for is still down here, it must be on the other side. They're too close together. You shine your flashlight beam into the narrow gap between them, but all you can make out are no joy. The old metal groans, but does not budge. You pop a small hatch open and slip your hands into the warm cavity. Inside, a motor sits exposed, humming lightly. Nice. The rail bus connector links every shelf here via the tracks. Force them into maintenance mode and their contents are yours. Go ahead. Tinkerer's choice.
You look for a loose screw along the panel and quickly find one. A few twists and it's yours. You place the screw horizontally across 2 safety pins. Rigid. Around you, motors begin humming in unison. Unseen locking mechanisms come undone. The shelf slowly moves along the rails. As it settles into place, its neighbor follows suit, clearing. Floor's yours. You approach the open shelving units. Newly disturbed dust hangs in the air. The shelf is thick with nearly identical records. Special plastic binders, meant to contain paper records and disc-based media. Your fingers race across the files, already expert at this. You take a mustard yellow record from the shelves. The reference ID HKT-04/17-E looks back at you. Inside, you find a single sheet of paper is neatly folded and affixed to the disc with a rubber band. And yet the old spy's words were true. The rubber band is brittle and dry. It practically dissolves as you pull the paper free. The text reads, Summary of Contents, Transmissions from Satellite Autonomia, 16 Decatur 77. Under additional comments, someone has added, all contacts cease 17 deck. Crew presumed lost. Refer inquiries to redacted. So the trail ends here. Its casing is yellow, the disc inside nearly white. It's not like any other you've encountered. This is a U-matic. Are the form factors the same as any modern disc? The encoding method is entirely different. Your part in this exchange is done. The null entity had better come through. There is nothing more for you. The control unit idles in its cradle. Lights soften to a tired glow. No reason to fiddle with it at this point. Thank you for your service. It all happens in milliseconds. A sharp blow to your elbow, the flashlight flying out of your grasp. In an instant, all the air in your lungs evacuates. Only then do you realize something has struck you with great violence.
No air comes through. Suddenly, you feel the weight of another body on your back. Someone straddles you, and a pair of strong hands begin to roughly pat you down.
Where is it? Where's the disc?
No one else knows about the disc. How could your attacker be looking for it?
Somewhere here. It has to be. He said it would be.
It's the metal stripper, the one who urged you to come down here.
That's it. Stay nice and still, you foolish woman. Yes, nice and...
You feel a tug as she begins to pull something from your pocket.
Not stealing. This isn't yours. No, it isn't.
Suddenly, the weight upon you disappears as your opponent dismounts you. You bound to your feet, but immediately crash into some hard object. The footsteps patter away into the darkness. The room is empty. Your assailant is nothing more than the clanging echo of her steps on the metal stairs above you. Insane, maybe, but not random. Whatever she was looking for, she found and took. You pat yourself down and look through your pockets. Only two objects. The red disc you found on Pseudopod's body, and the copper springs. She knew you had it on you, and was looking for one thing only. The question remains, why? You have been too public in who you talk to about an artifact that effectively zeroed out a fellow operant, even if it has been rendered useless. She left something behind. Look, it's a paper bag, somewhat wrinkled from your attacks, with a rectangular aperture like a mailbox slit cut into it as an eye hole. The metal stripper kept talking about him. A deranged fan, or a representative. At least you have a lead, of some kind. You should return to the surface, operant. You have questions that need answering.
Cascade, you can see me?
Your former double gazes at you, stooped and slightly twisted.
Okay, you can definitely see me. That's less than ideal. You could have been anyone. I've put a lot of time into psychogenic translucency. Sounds like a grip on reality. Great problem, Cascade. Careful with those.
He takes you in with a blank, deceptively blank. Just behind, his perfect memory ticks and whirs like ancient clockwork.
Thanks for enduring the stares. I'm aware they're significant. I'm glad my facts reached you. I assume you destroyed it post-reading? A document tastes better when it's extra sensitive. No, I'm Holocene. Miho is a concept. I suppose you could say I'm a representative of Miho. Come on, Cascade. Operational.
Holocene is already a cryptonym.
Conceptually secure. Functionally fraught. We should get to it. The dreaming glass is already mid-tilt. It's...
A brief grin irradiates his pale face.
monaxial intelligence and hermetic operations.
Hold on. Monoaxial. Hermetic. This is literally just him. Your old bandmate's gone and tried his hand at a solo career.
Miho is a brand new counterintelligence agency. One devoted to the pursuit of absolute reality through supracognitive espionage. I know what you're thinking.
16 years old, physical education class. Mia Holloway climbing the rope ladder directly above you. Panties, constellation pattern, eking loose from sweat-damp gym shorts.
No, I mean I can anticipate your initial reaction. And it's okay. Miho is well prepared for its detractors.
He's taking this seriously. You should too.
Really? I thought... Anyway, yes, great. Please, elaborate. Maybe he should have been better at spying then. I've heard of sonic torture apparatus, of course, but never a complete zero-out kit contained within a disc. Unlikely. At its zenith, astral assassination won't require a disc, or any medium. Miho's Disembodiers division are close to a breakthrough on that front. Though, I'm now irksomely curious about what may have been on this disc. The Children's Musical Entertainment. Interesting. The long shadow of Cicatriz Frontera finds us even here. This could indeed be some prime Lusian schemery. If you have time, please submit a full report to Miho Command, and be sure to mark it Director Only. How do you mean? Well, to be honest, Cascade, Miho's development, while advanced, has stalled somewhat. But maybe that's why you've appeared. Until you know. Then you do know. From the Operant Bureau's grimoire. Advanced is doing a lot of heavy lifting there. They should drop that, and maybe drop the cognitive part too while they're at it. I mean, come on, Cascade, it's the opera. But sure, do tell. Miho will certainly take it into account. You are speaking with its director, yes. Due to security and communication concerns, Miho's director is also its sole representative.
A one-man intelligence agency. Typical Remembrance her histrionics.
Just me. For now. It keeps things secure. I can declassify documents just by thinking about them. I concur. Information critical. I've discovered who betrayed.
You hear his words, then unhear them. Old wounds split open within your mind. Are you between crosshairs? What have you missed? What has the other not missed? And the last question, always the last. How much of the world is in on it?
Cascade. Enough with this masters in martyrology. The thought never even crossed my mind.
Such crucial information should have been conveyed directly to the Operant Bureau. Something is out of step. Absolute conviction behind his words. This is no bluff or bait.
I'm eager to delve into the specifics of who turned us to searing dust, but can't commence an intra-agency collab without defined terms. The specifics are irrelevant. You've been sniffing the opera's glue again, Cascade. They've got you on a new assignment already. I can practically smell your singed ion channels. So nothing. So everything. A tapeworm cannot appreciate the full terror of the human construction. Why have you accepted this almost certainly doom-sealed assignment from the Operant Bureau? Good luck with that one, Cascade. The Cosmic Point. My own loyalty to the opera is irretrievable. I wrote a thesis on this exact subject, actually. You should read it.
He rummages briefly, then produces a formidable stack of jaundiced paper. "862 pages. Not an endeavor for the faint of mind. You know, now that I'm looking at it, I feel good about the font.
10-point sonatine. I went back and forth on the font, but the font was well chosen. It has 3. I'm glad you think so. Many academic journal submission boards also lack the requisite stamina. Whatever gave you that idea? There can be no doubt that I live in a rocket silo, but at least I don't have to wonder who put me here, or why. True, I will never again work for the opera, but I would be open to an interdepartmental collaboration between the opera and Miho. While
There is a new mutedness to him, and new shadows too.
it's just a short-term arrangement. Likewise, Cascade.
Hey, bud. Why, yes, just now. A lady came barreling past. Almost missed her. She was speeding. A thief. Oh, that's terrible. Had I known, I'd have tripped her clean. And with the pace she was going, I doubt you'll catch up to her. I'm sorry, bud. Good luck catching her, bud. Keep you moving, you'll be fine.
Ahead, the electric hum and rhythmic clatter of an...
Approaching. Tram 2, P-Stack, departing.
The intercom gleams in the daylight, fully exposed. The indicator light flicks on, a thin whip of static. More void noise. You might as well be trying to make contact with a distant solar system. The revealed in... You pick up the payphone's hand. The dolphin doesn't poke back, but it might consider it at this point, if it had any sort of brain to You step away from the pay.
Oh, it's you.
Wigtopia, plastic tiaras, novelty sunglasses. But behind it all, you see an oddly... The shape is robust and clean, with an a cape, but nothing like the other costume pieces around it.
Thanks for stopping by. Oh, what takes your fancy? You need any... Thanks for stopping by.
You return to the rack of clothing. Price tags rustle beneath your fingers. The rack sags. You turn away from the rack.
The GM who's supposed to be keeping watch over there. Have you seen him?
Following our line of sight, there's no sign of the Guardian municipal officer, who was loitering there, itching himself earlier.
His mother asked Carmunda to keep an eye on him for her. Make sure he's doing his job. It's my nephew, little Maurito. In trouble again.
Little Marito is at least 190 centimeters.
Deserting his post, leaving all Carmuna's goods undefended. A legends clothes, Carmuna calls them. Whatever has their favorite music on it. Lately, the Violetta girl is winning. Take a look, I have one. Yes? Very good. Good day to you.
A low, tilting shelf marked in heavy block letters. Despised subgenres. Various sections are separate.
The shelf stand. You turn your attention.
Lives, oh mortal lives, expire. Souls go to their doom.